true.
The guy got weak knees. Like,
Bro,
they didn't have the nerve to be $200. I'm like, bro, these are trash, bro. I'm not wearing these. I'm taking these back.
I said the Grizzlies have shooters.
she's above Netflix. So $12 a month. That's Mellow Ball right there.
Mellow Ball, we got Mellow.
Sweat it out.
I got no audio either.
Sheesh. I need some more audio from my boys.
Well,
Welcome to another episode of Wager Chasers, the only sports betting show that never shows up on the day that it's supposed to happen and brings in 5 people on the following day. How y'all feeling, fellas?
Hey.
Chizo, how you feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I ain't got no audio though.
Yeah, I think they're on it.
Oh, yeah, I don't got no audio. Is our mics hot?
I think they're on it.
The mic's on, Marty?
Everything is on.
All right,
Oh
cool. Let's
shit.
go.
Shit, we good then.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just keep going.
Let's keep going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Today we actually brought into a couple of new guests. I've met these gentlemen literally today. Well, Adem I met yesterday. Scott I met this morning. We've been talking on TikTok. I found out that he was actually on, that he lived locally. So I was like, oh shit. And the guy posts baseball like crazy. And so I was like, yo, I got to bring my boy over here. So why not? Kind of grow the community as it goes. So Scotty, welcome to the show. Adem, welcome to the show. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You guys find the location is all cool? Straight?
Yeah.
Traffic?
Traffic is traffic.
Because you're coming from Queen Creek. That's like an hour away.
Jeez. He came from New Mexico.
He came from Albuquerque.
Got no buses running out there. So, yeah, it's fine. It wasn't too bad getting here.
That's good. And Adem, you live locally out here, right? Yeah. So you're just like down the street. Yeah, man. Look, I appreciate you guys coming in the Wager Chasers. I mean, we always like to grow the community as it comes. There's more and more people that their mics are not on, but sorry,
Their mics were not on.
no.
They are on.
The Dems and Scotties.
Are they on? Yeah. Talking to the mic.
Hello.
There's one. I
They
hear him.
on?
Oh, you hear him?
Testing.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
hear him, but yeah.
Put your mic up a little bit. I hear him.
Yeah, put your mic a little bit closer to your yeah, right there.
My big fat mouth.
Right, can y'all hear me?
I hear him, but I don't hear
You
him.
don't
Yeah,
hear me?
for sure.
Scotty's got no
You want
sound.
me to just scream louder?
Never. Nope. Don't need you to scream louder. Want you to just be.
Loud voice.
God.
Warn this one.
Yeah.
No.
Jeez,
Thanks, man.
my brain just melted. Thanks for the brain
good
melt, Marty.
Everybody up real quick.
Man,
Man, what? Be happy you didn't wear headphones on.
Jesus Christ. Fried my brains.
Right. It's all good. We have wonderful interns here that are doing their best. And we've never had 5 people on our show before.
That's a fact.
So, growing pains.
Sorry, we fucked everything up.
No, not at all. It was
You
was
just sat in
on,
the hallway.
not at all. This is my choice. So, this is completely all on me. I picked the wrong day and the amount of people to show up.
It's all good, though. Shit, just,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. we
I don't
good.
hear Scott, though.
I hear him. I hear Scott.
Through the stream, so
Oh, okay, that's all that matters.
I hear Scott.
Okay, you hear Scott?
Yeah, I hear Scott.
All right. Well, then let's go.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right. All right. We'll do a wide camera on all of us.
Right, look at that.
There we go. All right. Well, fellas, I appreciate you guys making it here. We're going to talk a lot of shit about sports. We do a recap of what happened last week. So basically, everything that happened for a week ago up until yesterday. Okay. All right. So we'll talk a little shit. I have some notes. We'll be going through some tangents, but please feel free to express yourselves the normal way that you normally like to express yourself. But we going to be talking some shit. Slide number 1.
What we got?
You and Dylan got into it. It looked like you guys
The
were
real
having fun.
elephant
Like
in the
taking
room,
back to the
the
playground
thing that has
almost. It
been
looked like.
hitting
What was it
headlines
like out
all
there? And it looked like you guys
week
were
long,
like
man.
going back and
The
forth.
NFL draft.
Did you enjoy that
And,
element of the game?
only thing that was
we're not
in
having
the
fun.
spectacle in this whole thing
Give me a
was
record
Shedeur
list. I don't
Sanders.
like
And
them,
when
bro.
was he?
So
When was he
we're
going to
never
get
having
drafted?
fun. I'm a first competitor.
As we saw
He's a
throughout
first
the weekend, he
competitor.
ended up going the
But,
fifth round,
there ain't nothing fun
144th
about
pick
that.
to the Cleveland Browns, which, by the way, they traded up for him to grab him. But essentially, like, I don't know if you guys saw it, but when they drafted him in the what do you call it, like the draft box, you could tell like they weren't that happy about it. Like somebody kind of told them, draft him. It might have been the owner, but nonetheless, they ended up drafting another quarterback right before him, which was what was his name? Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. out of
Dylan
Oregon.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Which just kind of
Can we
threw
just
me
say
the.
about how the Browns had the dumbest draft I've ever seen in my life.
Which leads me to the next slide.
You and Dylan got into it. It looked like you
Currently,
guys were
this
having
is the
fun. Like
quarterback
taking back
room
to
of
the
the
playground
Browns.
almost.
I
It
don't
looked like.
understand
What
it.
was it like out there? And
They
it
got
looked like you
5
guys were like
quarterbacks.
going back and forth.
Deshaun Watson.
Did you
which
enjoy that element of the
essentially,
game?
No, we're
with
not
his
having
current
fun.
injury, they say that he might
Give me a
not make
record
it
list.
in
I don't
opening
like
day,
them, Brooks.
so he'll miss some
we're
time.
never having
But then you got
fun.
Kenny
I'm a first
Pickett, Joe
competitor.
Flacco,
He's a
Dylan
first
Gabriel,
competitor.
Shedeur Sanders to compete.
But,
as far as I'm concerned,
there
hey,
ain't
I don't know
nothing
if
fun about that.
you guys watch football, but I only think that there's one quarterback that can play on the field at a time. Unless it's like Wildcat, right? Right, Chizo? I don't know. Yeah, all right. I don't believe that they're going to do Wildcat the entire game. So, look, what are we doing? So I guess my real question is, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns? Chizo.
Joe Flacco probably. Yeah, I feel. If I had to say right now, I would go with the veteran. But I don't know. I don't think the Browns know. No one knows what the fuck the Browns are doing. They don't even have a clue.
The Browns don't even know what the fuck they doing.
Not if you look at what they did in the draft, that's for sure. Why would you draft Gabriel and then turn right around and draft Sanders in the following round?
Makes no
First
sense.
of all, Gabriel was probably going to be undrafted if they didn't take him. Right?
For sure.
He's 5'10". I mean, he makes Kyler Murray look tall. So, you know what I mean? Like, that was I don't get. First of all, let's go. If you start off their draft, they trade out a 2 for 5, right? They pass on Travis Hunter. You're basically passing on 2 first-round picks to get to 5. Now, I understand. And then, a lot of people are saying, well, they want to be in the Arch Manning sweepstakes for next year and possibly have 2 first-round picks. But you got 5 quarterbacks. I mean, I know they want to ditch Deshaun as soon as possible and get rid of it, but they're going to eat $100+ million worth of dead money to do so. So. I didn't understand. I understand taking Shedeur in the 5th, but not after you took Gabriel in the 4th. I mean, that didn't make no sense at all. Flacco, they can move, for probably a 7th-round pick or something to that effect for somebody you need a backup quarterback. You know what I mean? But why the hell did you get Dylan? But that was me.
I think we're missing an elephant in the room right here, and that's why did Shedeur drop all the way to the 5th? Do y'all think that it was because his father is blackballed, or you think he doesn't have the skill, or why? Why do you think, or something else?
I mean, me
What do you
personally,
think?
I think he's got plenty of talent. I mean, he led the college football in passing completion percentage, which accuracy is one of the biggest things in the NFL because the windows are much closer.
So why did he fall to the 5th
Supposedly,
round?
everybody said it was because the way he acted in his interviews. There was only a couple teams that really needed QBs anyway, right? The Steelers, and they supposedly had some backroom deal with maybe Rodgers or something like that. But I mean, when you really looked at it, supposedly he blew the Giants interview off, and he did not respond well because a lot of times in those interviews they show you a lot of the plays that you did wrong, and what happened here. And I guess the team necessarily didn't take well to that. And the other one was they basically give you play setups, and they want you to pick out what's actually wrong with the setup, and he didn't really engage too much in that one either. That was a lot of the BS that was going around. I mean, more of when you're drafting a backup QB, you don't ever want to hear their name. You know what I mean? So that you need them to kind of mold into the.
Adem, what do you feeling? What do you think?
I mean, I think you guys have kind of said it. Like, it sounds like I'm in agreement that Joe Flacco is probably going to be the quarterback, and then they want their 3 backup younger guys to compete for the position, and then they're going to move on from Deshaun Watson. So, like, it sounds pretty clear as day as, like, what their strategy is. They probably just didn't see anybody that they were excited about at quarterback.
Chizo, I mean, what are you feeling? What are you thinking?
couple of things. I think the draft was so deep this year. The draft was so deep. A lot of teams didn't really necessarily need quarterbacks. The Giants are just naturally. I mean, both the New York franchises are just. I don't even know what's the word to look for. They're just fucking retarded. Some of these questions and the perfect way to explain how good Shedeur was. I think if you look at all the schools that had the most receivers drafted in this year's draft, Colorado is 1 or 2. So if Colorado is 1 or 2 with the most receivers drafted and signed, right? I'm not the smartest guy in the fucking world, but Colorado didn't have 2 quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they had 3 guys get drafted, 2 guys get signed. So 5 guys have a future now, and only 1 guy threw the ball to him. So how the fuck is this guy not good? So let's just go ahead and scratch that narrative right there. But back to what you were saying, this was a very good. This is what you call a utility draft, where there's a lot of plug and play guys. There's a lot of them. There's so many that the meat and potatoes of the draft happen after round 7. The guys, the unrestricted free agents, a lot. You'll see in like 2-3 years, a lot of free agents, undrafted free agents are going to make rosters over guys who got drafted, just because this draft was loaded from O-line, D-line, tight ends. It was all stacked. And like you said, a lot of teams didn't need quarterbacks, and that's why he tanked. But him tanking to the 5th round was fucking nuts. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah.
There was something behind the scenes that no one's talking about. The whole New York Giants bullshit, that's the Giants, bro. That's what they do. They're fucking idiots.
They drafted the reincarnation of Zach Wilson.
That's just what they do. And we know the Giants have never drafted a black quarterback, and they never will, unless they get a new owner. And I don't want to bring race into it.
Racist!
But it is what
I'll
it
say
is.
it. I'll say it.
So that's all I got.
I'm not disagreeing with you. There was some bullshit. No, I mean, that was crazy. I mean, like, if he dropped to the 2nd round, okay. Like, you know what I mean? I could see that. But
even the 3rd round, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, but the 5th round,
That's crazy worse.
and Dylan Gabriel went ahead of him.
that was insane.
Yeah.
And every team passed on them. Every team, twice,
And the Browns,
5 times.
3 times.
it's hard to tell. It's hard to
crazy.
say if someone had a good draft or a bad draft, just because you don't know what these guys are going to plan out to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm gonna tell you now, the Browns had a bad draft. Okay, like they didn't address. Okay, first of all, I would never draft a defensive lineman from Michigan. They just don't pan out. Outside of the guy from the Detroit Lions, they just don't pan out. The best, everybody fucking knows, the best player in this draft was who? Travis Henry. Hunter, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
the fuck.
Travis Hunter.
Travis, right?
Hunter, for
Yeah.
sure.
You need they don't have a number 1 receiver.
Right.
They don't.
Who? The Jags?
No, the fucking
Browns.
the Browns.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What about what's the name?
Jerry Judy's not
Jerry
a number
Jeudy?
1, bro. Let's be honest, bro. He's a number 2.
He's a 2. Yeah.
You don't have a number 1 receiver.
He's a-
They do
arguably.
have a good corner, but in that division, right? You need as much DB help as you can when you got to face Joe Burrow twice with Jamar and T, right? So boom, you trade now. If you're going to trade out of the pick so you can say, well, next year we want to get in the Eli Manning, the Manning sweepstakes, why would you trade with the one team that's probably not going to be there? The Jacks are loaded.
Yeah.
So, like, why would you trade with them?
They butt buddies, bro. I don't know.
Let me ask y'all this: who have the best draft in y'all eyes? Who have the best draft?
I'm not a Cardinals fan, but AZ's,
Cardinals did really good.
In their first 2 rounds, they nailed it. I mean,
nailed
they got defensive tackle help in the first round, and then they got Will Howard, who was going to be a top 10 pick until the ankle and knee injury, and they got him at 47. I mean, that was
Will Howard.
the corner from Michigan.
Oh, Will Johnson.
Will Johnson, sorry, my
Yeah,
apologies.
Will Howard
My
is the quarterback.
apologies.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about the quarterback.
But those first 2 rounds,
The
they
Cardinals-
nailed it. Now,
Cardinals.
the problem that the Cardinals are going to have,
They don't develop shit.
they still don't seem to figure it out, is it's still at the quarterback spot, right? It's been at the quarterback spot since they took Kyler Murray. It's continued to be at the quarterback spot.
For sure.
So
Kyler Murray can only take them so far.
he's an average quarterback.
He's an
I
average quarterback.
I disagree with you. I thought the Cardinals had a shitty draft.
Just like their first 2 rounds were pretty solid.
Walter Nolan, he's a good player.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of other needs that they needed.
Yeah.
And they do need a defensive tackle, but the interior of their offensive line is, you got a fucking quarterback that's 5'7". You've yet to draft an interior defensive lineman. An interior offensive lineman. That's the biggest problem. Kyler runs.
They just need to draft sumo wrestlers.
They need somebody.
That's it.
And this was the draft. There were so many
There's a lot of
top tier O linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you wait all the way. No, that was Will Johnson. I mean, that he was supposed to be a top 5 pick.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a guy that late with that kind of grade, exceptional pick. But Walter Nolan with your first overall draft pick, I didn't like it. I think the team who had the best draft would be, I like what Atlanta did, right? Atlanta, you drafted a quarterback last year. You would have made it to the playoffs if you can affect the pass rusher. Mm-hmm. They spent their first round pick going to get the guy from Georgia. The next pick, who based off his off the field shit, would have been a top 5 pick, and Pierce out of Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And then you got to address needs. So my 2 winners, I would say, would be the Atlanta Falcons and then the Ravens. I don't know how they get lucky every fucking year picking 31st or 32nd in every draft, but they always seem to find
Who they need.
And on top of that, it's not about who they need. It's like they get the best. Like, how the fuck does the Ravens get the kid out of Georgia? Like, how was he all the way there? Like, how the fuck does that happen?
Yeah, for sure.
I think I think a lot of it has to deal with like narratives based on like needs of what each team needs, right? Like, because obviously the spectacle every draft is who's the next quarterback, right? And then after the layer under that, you peel that, it's like wide receiver and then maybe running back. And that's really like everybody, the only 3 positions that everybody really cares about, right? And I'm talking about general GP. I'm not talking about like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about GP. You know what I mean?
Fantasy football.
And so a lot of these like sports guys that, you know, have like a platform, you know, or even TV, like that's the only thing they want to talk about, right? So that's where the spectacles lays at, and that's where all the reviews come in, and all the experts want to like interview, and those are the ones that they pay attention to on the combine. But you know, but I also think that as far as Ravens, and not even just Ravens, but I would argue even Niners too, right? Like they're kind of like they kind of take themselves away from like who's the guy that's getting all the spotlight, and like they really draft internally about the shit that they actually need, and the perfect storm just ends up aligning where they get the guys that they need, and it shows, right? Because
hold on, man, y'all motherfuckers missing one thing. What about my Packers getting a weapon, the best receiver in the draft, Golden? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they needed right there.
They definitely
needed Gold. They needed Golden. He runs a 4.2. He's a weapon in the draft. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? NFC North is the Packers next year.
Who the fuck said Golden
Packers
was the best receiver in the draft?
Man, I'm saying he was the best weapon in the fucking draft.
There were better guys available.
Hell no. He runs a 4.2. He's a weapon out there. As soon as he gets the ball,
okay,
he's
but
to the crib.
he's not a bad pick.
The Packers winning
the
Packers winning it all next year. I don't know what y'all think.
You can't say no one's a bad pick. You can't say no one's a bad pick just because you don't know how these guys are going to pay.
For sure.
But I like Golden Speedster, but you guys already had 2 speedsters. Y'all needed a true number 1.
Jalen Reed can fly.
He can fly.
Now they got 2 guys that can fly, but I think Golden is just a little bit more elusive, and I think he has better hands. That's just my person. Ain't he a little bit taller too? How tall is Golden?
They're the same size. They're all pretty much
all the same.
They hired you basically drafted another Reed.
Yeah, a younger
and Christian Watkins is the tallest one, but he can't stay on the field for more than 5 minutes at a time.
Right. I think that's
your number 1 if he can stay healthy. I mean, that's the guy that's got the bigger target range, and he's fast. But, you know, he's got a hamstring that affects him every 8.5 minutes.
But he drops so many balls, too.
Yeah. Exactly.
The Packers are fucking retarded, bro. Fucking retarded. The one year that we're not that deep at receiver is the 1 year they want to draft a receiver.
Right.
The last 2 years, the fucking league, the college football has been producing receivers like fucking
hotcakes.
come on, bro. Like fucking, like it ain't no
Hot
wrong.
Pockets.
Yeah,
that is true. They had the boy from New York. What's his name?
Like last
They
year,
passed him.
bro. How many raw ass receivers got drafted?
Oh man,
There was so many.
It
like
was.
10.
It was.
There was so many. That's
12.
why I don't. Listen. As we, you talk
Oh,
about
it was.
your
Oh, it
team,
was. It was Marvin. It
you
was
talk
Marvin.
about your
It was
team.
Marvin Harrison.
I just want to say, fuck the Cowboys. Because what the fuck are we doing, Jerry? Like,
I don't know what.
we going
shit.
to another season where we don't have help for CD Lamb. There's just no help. You keep saying Dak's the guy, which I like Dak, right? But at some point, you keep fucking him in the ass. Pause. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Look,
I honestly thought they took the guard there in the first round. I thought they were going to take Hampton after Gente went off the board at 5. I was like, you got a chance to get a dynamic back in the first round at 12?
I like Hampton, but I wasn't as high as Hampton as most people. I didn't think he was a top 15 pick.
Right.
I mean, was guard a need? Yeah,
absolutely.
Zach Martin just retired, but this was one of those drafts where you could get a serviceable guard in the second or the third or the fourth round.
All the way down
There
the
were
list.
so many good interior. That's why the Cardinals, I think, somebody needs to be fired today, bro. There were so many good interior offensive line that they didn't. I don't even think did the Cardinals draft any interior offensive line?
It was almost all defense the way it kind of fell to them, but yeah, I don't recall it wasn't the first 3 rounds for sure. I think they had 7, 8 picks and 6 or 7 of them were on the defensive side of the ball. But you got to admit though, their defense has been so bad for multiple seasons. It wouldn't hurt to have a little more on the
Let me
D.
tell you how stupid.
That's true.
Let me tell you how stupid the Cowboys are. They drafted just first. Give me a couple seconds. They drafted a guy who they call the Jalen Carter stopper, right? The guy who plays for the Eagles, right? So then I went and did my homework. They said this guy hasn't given up a sack in 2 years, right? But when he did give up a sack, he gave up 3 his freshman year. So I went to rolling. I'm like, so who the fuck did he give those 3 sacks to? All against Georgia. Who was at Georgia 3 years ago?
Jalen Carter.
Jalen fucking Carter. So then I'm like, how long has Jalen Carter been in the NFL? He's going on his 3rd year. This guy hasn't given up 2 sacks. He hasn't given up a sack in 2 years. Well, duh, because Jalen's not in college anymore. Right. So we drafted a guy who they say is Jalen Carter's stopper. When he did play Jalen took him to the woodshed. So what the fuck are we doing? Yeah. Don't get me. What's the next topic?
I don't know.
I mean, that was a good vent. That was a good vent. I mean, I think you needed to get out a little bit. Next slide.
You and
brings me to my
Dylan
next
got
point.
into it. It looked like you guys
Dak
were having
Prescott's
fun. I
now
took it back to
in
the
the
playground
Pittsburgh-
almost.
the
It looked like.
Pittsburgh
What was it
Steelers.
like out there? And it looked like you guys were like going back and forth.
Breaking
Did you enjoy
news.
that element of the game?
Is that true? Really?
Dak Prescott is now a
Give me a
Steeler.
break
They
with this.
traded
I don't
3
like
first-round
dumb
picks
bucks,
in the
so
in
we're
another
never
second
having
in
fun.
exchange
I'm a
also
fierce
with
competitor.
T.J.
He's a
Watt.
fierce competitor.
they
But
don't. Seriously.
there ain't nothing fun about that.
He's get the fuck out of there.
You would have had me if
This
you
ain't
didn't say
true, bro.
TJ
Get
Watt.
out of here.
But look, I will say this.
Fuck
I will
outta
say
here,
this.
bro. Nice try.
I will say this. I hope that gets traded. And I'm gonna tell you why. I feel bad for the guy, bro.
Oh,
when
man.
you're a quarterback for the Cowboys, everyone hates you just because you wear that fucking star. And I really think the guy's a good guy. I think he's a good quarterback. But when you play for the Cowboys, you're under so much scrutiny. The cameras are always on you. So he just gets shitted on.
I hate him.
So I think he should go somewhere else. And I promise, if he goes somewhere else, you won't hate him as much.
I hate
you
his
hate him
ass.
because he's a Cowboy.
I hate him because he's a cowgirl.
Yeah, and just like I
Can't
hate
fucking stand
everything
him.
about Green Bay. Everything. I hate that shitty ass stadium. I hate that shitty ass town.
Damn.
You know, I hate
But your name is
everything about it.
Cheezo, but you
It
don't like
matter.
the cheese heads.
No.
Get the fuck out
What
of
the
here.
fuck that got to do?
How your name
You guys
Cheezo
got
and you don't like the
sour
cheese?
fucking
How your name is
bullshit
Cheezo and you don't
cheese.
like the cheese? Get out
You
of
guys
here,
are
man.
blue cheese, bro.
Fake
Just
cheese,
rotten
man.
bullshit.
Fuck out of here, man.
Oh my
All y'all
god.
make up there is
Man,
Gargonzola
fuck outta
bullshit.
here,
All right,
man.
that's
Ain't nothing in Texas but steers and queers. Get out of here.
and
All right.
and you've been in Texas lately.
Next slide. No, you're absolutely right. The
I
only
mean, you
the
and,
only
and
fucking
Dylan
week
got
that
into it. It
these
looked like you guys were
actually
having
read the
fun. Like took it
fucking
back to
notes.
the playground almost. It
No,
looked like.
they actually
What was it
ended up,
like out there? And it
drafting
looked like
Will
you guys were
Howard,
like going back and
I think,
forth.
what was it, like the 5th round?
Did you enjoy that element of the
6th
game?
round.
No, we're
6th
not having
round.
fun.
Unbelievable.
Get me on record with this.
I
I don't
mean,
like
look,
Dylan Brooks, so
well, you know, the
we're
guy's
never
stats
having
was
fun.
4,000
I'm a fierce
4,500
competitor.
touchdowns.
He's a fierce competitor.
He did,
But,
win the championship, but
There ain't nothing fun
It
about
wasn't
that.
because of him.
What's
For sure.
the difference between him and Mason Rudolph?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Mason Rudolph got a couple years more
I hate
experience.
to say it, man.
Well, next slide. No, because it's ongoing, right? So look, my question here is, obviously, in terms of, you know, he's going to be joining with good company, but like, what the fuck are the Steelers doing? I mean,
Cousins.
are they
Kirk
really waiting for
Cousins.
Aaron Rodgers to just like come in and
I
at the
think
last
that-
second and say, hey?
I think the trade
Help
for Kirk,
us.
I think that they're going to trade for Kirk personally, but
They should have done that a long time ago.
the
I
problem.
mean, I like Kurt, man, but hey,
Wait till
these fucking stiff ass quarterbacks. The game's getting too fast.
That's true.
And unless you got an elite offensive line that can really protect for 3-4 seconds, Kirk Cousins' days are getting slim.
Which kind of brings me like the next the question before that was like, why didn't they get Shador?
I don't even know they can answer that question.
I mean, the entire
The world wants
the
to know.
entire not even the city. I think the entire NFL was like, the whole world was like, oh, Pittsburgh's gonna get him.
It makes
Oh,
perfect sense.
The Browns didn't get Shador. Nobody got Shador.
especially when he
Nobody
fell
got
to the
him.
third
Bro,
round.
Pittsburgh had 4 times to take Shador, and they said, "Nah, we're cool," which is
want him.
insane to me.
Crazy.
The
Insane
backroom
everybody.
deal. They were saying backroom deal with Rodgers, and they don't. Rodgers doesn't. He doesn't want competition or whatever. But Aaron Rodgers could decide today he's going to retire.
Sure.
You don't know what that guy's going to do.
Who don't want competition?
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
I don't give a fuck. the fuck? Rodgers is 40 years old.
I
Yeah,
don't.
for
I
sure.
don't disagree.
Y'all letting
That's
Aaron
why
Rodgers
you
make
don't
y'all
draft
fucking
your-
decisions?
Oh, my
What the
God.
fuck out of here?
I'm telling you.
Y'all
Listen,
letting Aaron Rodgers make y'all fucking decisions. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man?
He ain't
this
even
is
on
what-
the team.
This
know,
is what
that's
happens.
crazy,
it happened
bro.
with the Jets.
Yeah,
like,
you right.
oh, I got to have all this, and this.
Yeah, and you
all
saw-
them
Fucking
dudes. Guess
diva,
what? They're all
man.
bye bye.
Yo,
And you saw-
Aaron Rodgers making decisions for the Pittsburghs is equivalent of a bitch that I'm not fucking making decisions for me and who I'm fucking.
Bro,
That's
like
crazy.
That is crazy. He's a fucking diva,
Please,
man.
please make that make
you
sense.
You don't draft, even if you do draft Shador, like outside of Dion himself, no one in the world expects fucking Shador to start over Aaron Rodgers.
No.
So that's that right
agree.
there is fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, look, I mean,
Like-
imagine a world, and talk to me, Steelers fans, if you guys see this, where you guys draft Shador and get Aaron Rodgers. Shador sits his ass down for a
Bro.
year, and let Aaron do his thing.
Listen, the only thing I like about this franchise, I don't even want to say their name, right? The Pussy Packers is they do one thing right. It's the only thing they do right. Their
draft.
transition at quarterback
Is smooth.
Is just it's not even
It's
smooth.
impeccable.
Smooth, yes. I hate
Yes.
fuck.
It's impeccable.
I hate to use that kind of word with the Packers.
No, but it's one of the
But
things that they do
it's
right.
one of the things they do better than almost
Everybody, the other team.
everybody, right? Their transition at quarterback is so smooth. And I don't know why more teams
Don't do that
don't fucking follow the blueprint.
because they
It
want
ain't-
to microwave athletes like
Bro, no.
it's
Yeah,
like it
for
like
sure.
like they're hot pockets.
It's because
No.
these fucking owners, like you said, want to come in here and do all this. Oh, we're
Bro.
going to draft, and he's going to
It's,
start this year.
It's
all
what
that stupid ass
They
shit.
could have hit on that. Like, so now, what if Aaron doesn't sign?
They're fucked.
Who are you rolling out there?
They're fucked.
Kirk Cousins.
You got, and then now you
They
have
don't even have him,
you have
They're gonna
two
try-
crash outs at receiver,
bro. They got
and
Joe
you had
Schmo.
to promise those crash outs
for sure.
a quarterback.
Look,
And I hate to be the one. I hate to be the guy to try to tell DJ Metcalf not to slap the shit out of you right now.
bro.
Cat at 6'4", 240. Good luck.
I'll tell you who the quarterback's gonna be for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Game 1, Adem. They signed him for a 1 year, $45 million contract. He starts today.
I'm taking it.
I'll take it. I'll definitely take it.
Go
It
out
ain't gonna
there
be good.
and die for a year.
tell you
Go,
now.
go out there. You got
The
DK
moment
Metcalf.
the moment you underthrow or overpass DJ. Be ready.
He gonna be like,
Be ready.
Be prepared for all the smoke.
You're going to get hit twice because George Pickens going to slap you on
They're
the
both.
other
They're
side.
crash outs. Yeah,
Yeah, see how that works.
they're crash outs.
yeah. So look, I think as like I said, I don't know what the hell the Steelers are doing. I hate to undermine them, but when it comes down to resume, they always somehow find a way to keep winning.
You got to remember, he did make the playoffs with Mason Rudolph.
I mean,
They
yeah.
somehow find a way to keep with. You could have been out there; they would have still made it to the playoffs. I'm saying that's what, and that's what. That's
My
that's
300
It's that
that is-
defense.
My
bro.
320-pound ass could have played quarterback for them, and they made the playoffs.
well, guess
But
what?
that-
For the
that-
Pittsburgh
but that-
Steelers,
but
you
that
can play quarterback
defense-
this year.
That defense is getting old though.
Yeah, that defense is getting old. T.J. Watt, more
Up
injury
there.
prone. I mean, Hayward,
Hayward's like 46. You know.
Yeah, for
Highsmith.
sure.
I mean, I like Highsmith coming out the other side, but they've got talent on that side of the ball still. They keep getting older, and the problem is they're going to have to replenish that side of the ball, and they never took care of the offensive side of the ball.
Yep.
They went and got Metcalf where they needed him last year, right? Realistically,
That would've been awesome.
right? So
I do like the pick. I do like their first round draft pick.
Yeah.
I think the kid out of Oregon, kid out of Oregon is a big body guy.
Derek
He's-
Hampton's a stud.
Yes.
He's an absolute stud.
Yep.
I think that helps that defense.
Yep.
You know, they got Caleb, the running back out of Iowa.
Johnson.
I love
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
They
I
got
think-
another back. They got another back later on.
Can you bring up the screen, the last screen? It actually shows who they drafted.
Yeah, so I mean, they had some stuff there.
Yes.
But
Steelers
the
draft.
quarterback thing
There
obviously
it is.
was.
This is their class.
Yeah,
This year.
And to be really honest, if you go to Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State, he was the number one high school recruit in his class,
Keep that up.
and he was
keep
drafted.
that up, please.
And he ended up going in the fourth. It's somebody they got in the fourth
No,
round.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love this draft. I mean, I think getting Sawyer in the fourth is good. They need a little bit more help in the pass rush. The Derek kid, great first round. I think he fits the Steeler way.
Yep.
He and then a Steelhead. I don't know. I'm getting stuck on that. Steelhead's getting old. He'll come in. He'll minge the bridge there. Getting DK the second round is fucking outstanding. I mean, you could have got another running back. You could have took Shador with the third right there instead of taking Caleb. And now you're sitting pretty. You get Jack, and now everyone's talking about you got the best class.
Yeah.
But even like that, I still like the class. I'm not big on Will Howard, but at least you say you got a guy that's better than well, I don't know if he's better than
He's Mason Rudolph reincarnated.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy work.
I mean, to be really honest, Will Howard wasn't good at K-State,
Not at all.
and not so. That one, like he got paid $4 million to go to Ohio State when he wasn't even going to be the starter at Kansas State.
That's
And they
crazy.
still won a national championship in spite of him, thanks to Jeremiah Smith and everybody else.
They were loaded.
Right? Oh, Jeremiah Smith and
Two screen.
Eubanks and
Yeah.
I mean all the running backs they have, and that defense was so stout. I mean, it was crazy.
They had to go. They had to throw some money at Will Howard because fucking your boy that went to Syracuse he left.
Yeah,
he
because Kyle McCord got paid too. So I mean, they needed help.
But wasn't he getting paid more at Ohio State?
No, he got
no.
paid more to go.
Two screen.
But he was a little. The quarterback. You watched this redshirt freshman, Julie Sayin, for Ohio State this year. He's replacing Howard. He's gonna be
He's a stud.
pretty ridiculous.
He's a stud.
Mm-hmm.
They say the kid that Georgia has, the freshman, he looks good too.
Yeah, Carson Beck leaving the program. That didn't make a lot of sense either. But you go from Georgia to Miami, like you went backwards.
The money.
Well, I mean, to kind of just conclude the whole Steelers thing, no matter what, you could have been quarterback. Chizo could have been quarterback,
I like it.
and and you would still be in the winning team on the Steelers,
Tomlin's
no matter what the
one of the
fuck
best
we talking
coaches
about.
ever.
Next slide. This is just kind of like create. I mean, I don't know.
broke
Look,
today.
George Kittle signed an extension. No surprise here. But what kind of gets me is, next slide. Niners ended up drafting all defense, rightfully so, because they lost everybody through free agency. They did ironically got a quarterback from Indiana on the 7th round.
Curtis Work. I never heard of him. Is he any
He
good?
was the quarterback for
decent.
Indiana last year. He was all right.
He was okay.
Nah, ain't nothing
Yeah.
special.
Okay.
I mean, Indiana got real blessed on their schedule last year in order to make the National Football Playoff. But
Yeah.
they did win 11 games. So.
You gotta respect it. You win. Come on.
So
I wouldn't say they got blessed.
He's better than.
Well, they didn't
is
have
he,
to. They didn't.
is
they
he
only
better
had to
than
play,
Shador?
They only had to play Ohio State. They didn't have to play.
But it was
He's
already
not
the
better than
7th round.
Shador? He's not better than Shador?
No.
No.
But it was the 7th round anyway.
Oh, it's the 7th round. Okay.
Next slide. Which leads me to my next question about this. Whenever it pulls up. Next slide.
I know
When is this man going to get paid? And how much is he getting paid?
Next offseason.
should give him like $12 million a year.
All right. Now you're being mad disrespectful. A report actually just kind of came out that his agent, between the agent and the team, are not really aligned, and that he wants Tua type money, which is $53 million.
Well, Dak got 60. Shouldn't he get 70?
For what? This guy sucks.
Oh my
sucks.
God.
Bro.
Oh
I
my
kept my
Bro,
I put
look
my
at
tongue
the
tied
fucking
earlier.
talent around this guy, dude.
I agree, but you tell him Dak.
Okay, Dak has to run for his life every fucking snap. This guy takes a nap back there when Trent's healthy. Everyone says Dak sucks. Okay, you ready? Okay.
I don't think Dak sucks.
No, we're gonna do this. We're gonna fucking do this.
I think he's trash. I think he's trash.
Okay. What's the white boy name at running back? Christian McCaffrey or Rike Dowdle? Who are we taking here? No, just answer the fucking question. Christian
CMC,
Okay,
with your booty.
Okay.
Which will be
I'm taking a
hurt
young,
for
healthy
him again this year.
dog. A young, healthy dog.
Kerry Kittles, whatever the fuck his name is. Kittles?
George Kittle.
George Kittle.
Or who? I don't even know who our fucking
Jake
tight end is.
Ferguson.
Okay,
Jake
boom.
He had an excellent rookie
Boom.
season. But,
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Boom. Okay. Brandon Ayuk, this is the only thing we have here. Brandon Ayuk or CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Okay, boom.
And they're
Number
close.
2.
That was close.
Okay, we're just gonna go off of last year. What's the fucking Chubb's name?
Nick Chubb?
No, man. the fat
D. Samuel.
Debo Samuels.
He said the
Or-
fat one.
I don't even know who our number 2 receiver is. Boom. I'm taking Debo. Ricky Pearsall or whoever the Cowboys number 3 is. I'm taking him. Bro, I know, bro. Okay. Trent Williams
Or whoever.
or Guyton, some fucking guy who had a 5th round grade that we drafted in the 1st round last year. Trent Williams. So then, bro, don't get me started. I like Brock Purdy. Shout out to the Arizona kid. He's done well for himself. Blase, blase, blase.
Right.
But that motherfucker has fell into the greatest position someone could ever. Situation. The guy's on a Forrest Gump type of run here. Okay?
Well, he's going to have to earn a little bit more. No Debo this year, obviously. So
Debo wasn't doing shit, though.
No,
honestly.
he hadn't done
He's on
anything.
decline
Been
anyway.
hurt.
It's not about Debo ain't doing shit. There's
Debo
so
wasn't
much
doing shit.
fucking monsters around, bro, that you don't got to do much. So now you go ahead, pay him the $50 million.
Pay him $50 million.
Hey,
Pay him
if you wanna-
$55 million.
If you want to see the future, when you pay somebody who's not that good a lot of money, go watch the last 3 years as a Cowboy.
That actually wasn't the whole point of the reason why I'm bringing this up.
All right.
I'm bringing it up because, well, now that they've already kind of taken care of some of their obligations, they got rid of Debo. They paid Kittle. They need to because he's literally like the heart of the team, right? I mean, he did like a small holdout. We were for a while. We were like, what are we doing with Ayuk? Right? We were thinking about trading him. Yes, no, whatever. We
They should have traded him.
Neither here nor there. But now it's like, well, what's going to be the proper amount to pay him? And we've had this conversation before. Do I think he needs to get paid Tua in the money? No, I think it hurts the team by doing that. I think kick it in the 40s, my G.
He's
so
a
we have money to
fucking
pay for the guys that to have that supporting cast around you. That's what I feel.
You paid Trevor Lawrence in the 50s.
I don't think that he should.
He
I don't
shouldn't
think
have got the money either.
That's my point. Is
I
that
don't
Trevor
think-
doesn't
I
deserve
don't
it?
think Trevor deserved it, but If we're just talking about pure quarterbacks, stop, and you guys are talking about Trevor Lawrence. You can't put fucking Brock Purdy in the same category as Trevor Lawrence is throwing the football.
But like, come on, man. At the same time, you're penalizing a guy because he has a cast, so he doesn't deserve the fucking money as everyone else does. That's fucking stupid.
All right. You know
All right,
what?
so
The guy
hold
went
on.
to the NFC
Hey,
Championship
hold on,
twice.
hold on,
Went
hold
to
on,
He
the Super
didn't
Bowl.
fucking go to the NFC
Yes,
Championship.
he did.
That raw ass team took him to the NFC Championship.
Bro, you can't get the
That's
fuck
like
out of
saying
here.
that's like saying Will Howard was the reason Ohio State won a championship.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. That's not the same
Oh,
thing.
my fucking
That is
God.
not the same fucking thing.
Are we serious?
Hold on.
Y'all be acting like this-
So this is gonna boil down to what he's worth and what he deserves. He deserves the money, the $50 million, just because
he's in
they
the-
went to the NFC Championship. They brought in the NFL, the 49ers, all the money, yada yada yada. Does he deserve it? No. So that's the debate: what he's worth or what he deserves. I don't think he deserves.
No, you know what? Pay him. Pay him.
We will.
Because when you pay somebody,
We gonna pay him.
that's what I love about the NFL, bro. That salary cap's a motherfucker. Go ahead. Pay him all that money. Trent's about to retire.
Yep.
And if you, hey, you're a 49er fan. How good does this little guy play when Trent's not there? Go look at the numbers. When Trent doesn't play, he's poor. He's terrible.
He's not terrible.
Oh, right.
I say
not
pay,
as
I
good.
say pay his ass too, so that way the
No,
Packers,
pay him.
the Packers
Yes.
can bust their ass.
As a Cowboy fan,
Hell yeah, pay
eventually
his ass.
Jerry's going to die. Pay him so I can see I haven't seen the downfall as a 49er. Pay him. They get so lucky. When the downfall was about to happen, they hired Jim Harbaugh. Then the downfall was about to happen again. Then they got lucky and hired Shanahan. Thank you, God. Pay him $60 million.
Bro.
I need to see this happen. Oh my God. You motherfucker. You pay him $60 million, you're gonna be the fucking Titanic. That's the iceberg. Pay him 60 is the iceberg. And
That's not
you're
the way the
gonna
Niners work,
slowly
man. We
fuck-
either make it to the playoffs or we fucking suck. That's just the Niners shit. And when we do
right.
make it to the playoffs, it's it's the NFC Championship or nothing.
We'll be here to see it, pal.
All right, whatever.
Pay the
Matter
man
of fact,
what he's
digress.
worth.
You know what?
What?
He needs Josh Allen kind of money. You're right. Now looking back,
65
I
million?
would pay him more than Patrick Mahomes. He's one of them. You
him
know
a
what?
billion.
Oh my God, he's
Everybody
been to
makes
2
more than
Super Bowls.
billion.
Mahomes. Everybody
He's
makes more
been-
money than Mahomes.
He's been to the Super Bowl, hasn't he?
Hell, half the quarterbacks in the league make more money than Mahomes
No, I would give him Mahomes and Lamar's salary.
combined.
That
They're
fucking
that
good.
good. Yeah, there you go.
325 million fully guaranteed.
Actually, that's not enough.
4 years. Anyway, next slide.
When are they gonna sign him real quick? When are they gonna sign him?
They
It's going to be
don't know.
before the season.
I don't know.
the
They were
season.
talking, like John Lynch was talking a lot about next offseason because they still got a couple franchise tags left if they need it. This is his 4th year, so there's no rush on their side to put anything really, big in his pocket.
Yeah, they don't have to rush. There ain't nobody running to come sign him.
Do they franchise tag
fucking
him?
crazy.
Do they
Yeah.
franchise
Oh
tag
my
him?
God.
For 42,
Bro, you're fanning it, bro.
$42 million
You're
is a lot
fanning it. I
cheaper
just
than
want you to know
53.
that.
Oh, okay.
You're fanning the fuck out of Brock Purdy, bro. And I like the guy. I think Brock Purdy's a great guy from a great family. Fuck the high school he went to. I don't give a fuck about Perry High School. But I think the Purdys are okay. But you're fanning them, buddy. I hate to say it.
Whatever. Moving on to NBA. What the fuck was this?
Who knows?
Exactly what was
Someone
supposed
told
to
me
happen.
this.
Another.
How you gonna get beat 55 points at your house in Game 4 and bring out the brooms? They brought the brooms out before the game started.
Yeah, they quit.
You scored
Yo.
33 in the
Yo.
first half.
Hey, yo,
What
in the
broom?
beginning of the game, they all huddled up. He's like, "Everybody, pack your bags."
1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
Cancun.
Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Cancun, when you're on this bitch.
Man,
Cizo, what happened to your heat, bro?
What it look like happening?
Well, you know what I can't
Hold
say.
on, you're
You
a Heat
said
fan?
hold on.
Yes, he's a
I
Heat
can't.
fan.
I can't see he's from Miami. I can't say that you did say that they were going to get swept.
I told y'all we're getting murdered. We got all these fucking YMCA guys out here, dude.
Bro, you
Fuck
told
yeah.
us last week, don't give up on my heat. That was what verbatim out of your the words that came out of your mouth.
First of all, you lying like a motherfucker.
Bro, I'll put it on tape.
Pull up the fucking tape.
You said,
what do we say?
Heat.
in the
Don't
East?
give up on my
What,
Heat.
what do we
You
say?
said
Everybody in
they
the
stand a
play-in.
chance.
Don't
They
they?
stand a chance
I
against
said
Cleveland.
they don't stand a chance. I said
did
nobody
say
in the
that.
play-in should even fucking come out there. It's going to be a fucking free-for-all.
You did say
I
that.
called it. I
said
said if Orlando makes the 7th, they're going to give the Celtics a run. I said whoever comes out of the 8th seed is fucked.
For sure. But you did say the Heat was going to compete.
I gotta say that. I'm a fucking Heat fan. The fuck? Fuck Pat. Hey, we're starting off the show. Fuck Pat Riley. Fuck Jimmy Butler. And just, bro, Tyler Hero, Bam Hero, all these fucking heroes, Cavs in 5 or 4. Blow up the team, bro.
Blow
it
their
the
ass up.
fuck.
That was actually gonna be my question, Chief. So, what do you think the Heat should do?
What do I think? Fire everybody. Actually, you know what? We're gonna keep Eric Spoelstra.
Keith Spoelstra.
Yes, Keith
Yeah,
Spoelstra.
Keith Spoelstra.
It's
I
not
like
that.
Spoelstra.
Hey, I'll calm down on that one.
Yeah, for
Keep
sure.
Eric Spoelstra. Pat Riley, bro, take your bitch ass to the nearest nursing home. That's it, bro. All this fucking Italian mobster hitman shit. That shit is done, bro. You keep running. This is not the 90s. The NBA is different. It is a
Scarface is
player
in the 80s.
league. It's a player league. Players dominate. Like Jimmy out here smiling and shit, having a good fucking time.
Yeah.
While I'm getting beat by 90. What the fuck is going on?
Hey, Kevin Durant to the Heat?
No.
No.
Hell no. Leave that.
Absolutely not.
Any nigga in his 30s with $300 million that don't own a fucking brush, I don't want on my team. This man don't brush his hair. This man don't get haircut. Why be rich? What is the purpose of being that rich if you're not gonna at least look rich? The fuck? I don't want that guy on my fucking team. Guy's a cancer. Fuck.
Fellas, what do you guys think the Heat should do?
Blow it up. I don't know how you do anything else. So I mean, it's time. If you can get rid of Hero, if you can get rid of Bam and get a lot of picks, I don't see how you don't do that. But you know, they've held it together with glue for quite some time. With playoff Jimmy and all that stuff, barely making it into the playoffs and then making a run because defensively they were better than everybody else. But if you watch that game yesterday, I think they had more in the first quarter. They had more turnovers than points, let alone field goals.
Yeah,
I mean, it really looked like Perry High School against the Cavs. I mean, they couldn't get a shot off.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it was just absolutely just gross.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I mean, it's just time.
I think
Probably.
like 43-17 first
Yeah.
quarter. I
Well,
was like,
and it
what
got
the
worse
fuck?
for the Heat in the second half, or the second quarter, because they scored a whopping 16
Yeah.
and had 33 at the half. How do you score 33? You get 33 free throws in a halftime. How the hell you score 33 points?
Yeah, I seen
He
it.
gave
I seen
up
it.
the
He
third-
scored 33 points in the first quarter before.
They
Jesus.
gave up the third quarter of game 3. That's when I knew it was
They
over.
gave up in the first quarter, my guy.
One.
No, he said game 3. No, they gave up. They gave up. They didn't come out there to win at all.
They didn't come on. They
No,
they
they
gave
were-
up game 3.
And I keep hearing about how
Cancun was
great
on
the
their
Cavs
mind.
defense is. The Cavs score a lot of points. You know, I don't know if they're
Who
the
said the Cavs defense is
every
great?
announcer on TNT,
Fuck?
like
Yeah,
the
you're
Cavs.
playing fucking middle school kids.
Yeah, I agree.
The fuck?
I mean, Tyler Hero,
Bro.
after he missed like a few shots and they were down like 32-8, he looked like he was like he was on the sideline. If he
They
had a
just
cell
didn't give
phone,
a
he was
fuck.
making plane
No,
reservations.
they didn't. No, yeah,
You
they,
know, like
yeah,
Bro,
they
the
didn't care.
reservations were they
was
were all
already
getting on the plane to
made.
Cancun already.
Yeah, it was
Who
already
they
made.
play next?
oh, the Cavs.
Cavs.
Oh, winner of the Pacers Bucks.
So when I watch the
Pacers.
Pacers and Bucks,
Pacers.
yeah,
They played
Pacers.
Yeah, we'll show in a second.
The Bucks is over with. It's stick a fork in them.
Well,
They bitch
yeah,
ass.
they're
got
gonna
the
they're
Pacers,
gonna
too.
beat the
Well, that-
Pacers. too.
speaking of the Bucks, brings me to my next slide.
Damn Lillard, bitch ass.
That's the low key. I want the Cavs. I wish the Cavs would have played Detroit.
So the Pacers are up 3-1 right now. This is obviously the score from game 4. Obviously, you know, they lost Damian Lillard last week. They torn Achilles. Bucks are cooked, crust, fired,
Disintegrated.
just evaporated,
Hibachi.
dead,
Fuck the
It's a
Bucks.
wrap.
That cost me my money.
Thanos.
Cost me my money Sunday. These fucking bitches.
I told you though. Didn't I
No.
say? I said the Pacers got their number. They're
At
going to
least
lose
give
the
me
series.
a fucking run.
They're not. They got their number. Beat their ass all year. They beat them in the play-ins. They beat them in the playoffs.
That's
they beat
one
them
thing you were-
every
you-
year.
you said
I don't
it, you
think, I don't
preached
think
it.
they beat them
Hey,
this year.
for
at
the
all.
love of
And I'm a
God,
Bucks fan.
for the love of God, we dodged the Dame Lillard bullet. You know what I
Thank
mean?
God.
Thank God. Yeah.
For the Heat, fam. For the
That-
Heat.
that's what the fuck the Bucks get.
Yeah, I agree.
Y'all fucking backdoored us, and you got AIDS for it. All right, that's what the fuck you get, buddy. Yes.
Oh my God.
worst thing
Backdoored us and got burnt.
That injury sucked because Dame Lillard unders were cashing at an alarming rate since he's been back. So
Man.
him actually being out doesn't help my pocketbook, but
No, for sure.
but because his points under, threes under.
It was like 17 and a half points was his line. Then they got them to 15 and a half.
Yeah.
Then they got.
You know what?
13 and a half.
You know what?
Fucking
was
Dame
like-
Lillard fucking sucks, bro.
I was so mad when I took his over his first game coming back. I was like, get this motherfucker
Bro,
off.
and then I thought, hold on, then I thought he was gonna do shit. You see, he was talking all that shit to Halliburton.
you talking to Halliburton.
Win
the fucking game.
He
Hold
didn't
on.
even do shit.
Hold on.
Got out there and didn't even do shit.
Didn't you hoop?
Sorry, yeah.
Didn't you hoop with or you watched Tyler Hero's dad hoop growing up?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey guys, breaking news. This lines up perfect for what's about to happen. You're one of the best Buck fans out, right? You're Mr. Bucky, right?
Yeah, for sure. I love
Don't
it.
worry, Mr. Bucky. I'm sending you Tyler Hero this offseason. You can have that motherfucker. Giannis, come on down, baby.
Come on down to South Beach.
Yeah, come on down to South. Matter of fact, I'll get you a jersey.
Which brings me to my next point. Next slide.
Where's Giannis
What?
going?
Where's Giannis going?
Ooh.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. My bad.
All good.
Hell no, man.
Oh my
Hell
God.
no.
Hell no.
Giannis to
Hell
the
no.
Suns.
To the Heat.
Bring my
who?
boy down here. I
Where
don't
Marty at? Marty, edit this shit.
care. Marty. Bring my boy. Bring my boy on
hell.
down to the valley.
No, this
man.
was a viral tweet that was going around.
I ain't
If the
gonna lie,
Suns
though. I'll be
if the
able-
Suns
I'll
would
be
trade
able to
KD,
Yeah,
Tyus, which they really can't because he's a free agent, but
Trade everybody
Tyus,
for
Nigga.
and Bradley Beal and for Giannis. It would never happen.
Why
But
you
know.
counting players? For this guy, the starting five, foul. For this guy, everybody.
For sure. Build
Take
around
and
him.
Booker, you can lead two of all them stupid ass cards. For Giannis, we'll bring him down. We can find four other guys to play with him.
Oh, shit.
Matter of fact, keep Bradley Beal. We need you to bring the ball down.
That's
brother.
true.
Bring the ball down, throw it to 3-4, man, and get the fuck out the way.
If this would have ever happened, what would you guys think?
Oh my God.
Man, you know what? That'd be dope, bro.
Who's
Giannis is one of the top 3 arguably best players in the NBA. You can
Right
take
now.
him and you can build
He's in
a
his
whole
prime.
team and you can build a whole team around him. So any team that's available to get Giannis, it's a smart move.
I just
Especially a
don't see
team,
Milwaukee
especially a
making that
team that
decision,
didn't make the fucking playoffs.
They ain't got no choice.
Milwaukee got a choice.
They ain't got no choice.
You can trade him to Atlanta.
Bro, I've been
some young
DMing.
guys.
I've been DMing Giannis for 4 years. Eventually, he got to read one of them bitches. He got to like, what are you doing down there, bro?
Oh
cold.
my God!
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
just,
He
it's
loves,
cold.
he
For
loves
sure,
Milwaukee,
for sure.
though, man.
He
He
does
can just
love
walk
Milwaukee.
around. They shit, nobody fuck with
and
him.
they got him a little Milwaukee bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Greeks up there too, for real. It's a lot of Greek restaurants. There's
Shit,
lot
we
of
got a
Greek-
few down here
Yeah,
too.
we got some solid
I don't know
Greek
about as
restaurants.
many as
I'm talking about
Milwaukee,
Miami,
though.
homie.
Oh, you talking about Miami? You talking about Miami?
Hey,
Well, who you trading?
hey.
Oh,
Bam and
shit.
Yeah.
You can have
You
every,
take Pat too. I heard y'all need the GM. You can take Pat.
49% of the
Fast Forward.
franchise.
Hey, Mickey got like three yachts.
Yeah,
What, what y'all need?
The Bucks would be a fucking fool if they fucking get rid of Giannis,
For
bro.
sure.
That'd
Well,
be
he
a
might,
goddamn
it might be one
retarded
of those
as
he
hell.
wants out.
What is his
Unless
contract?
he demands his way out of there.
I don't see him doing that. He
loves
has
it
so
there.
much faith in the organization.
Yeah, he does.
He has so much faith in it. He loves the town.
Yeah, he loves it there.
And they actually let him do shit. Like, he's always out. They
Yeah,
don't
for
fucking
sure. They don't
bombard
fuck with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, as a star, the only place he can go where he wouldn't get bombarded, South Beach.
That's all.
Welcome to Miami. He need a tour guide. Call me.
Oh shit!
All right, next slide.
Fuck.
Fucking Giannis.
He ain't going nowhere.
Fucking
Bro.
Bucks, man.
I mean, throughout the playoffs, there's
I
been
mean,
a lot
you
of
and
scuffle
Dylan got
between
into it. It
some
looked like you guys
teams.
were having fun. Like, took it back to
No,
the
no,
playground
no.
almost, it looked like.
Yesterday.
What was it
Saw
like
it.
out there? And it looked like you guys were like
Because
going back and
these
forth.
guys really don't fuck
Did
with
you
each
enjoy
other.
that element of
It's
the
all
game?
competitive
No,
nature,
we're not
but
having fun.
I think they really just don't fuck with
Get
each
me on
other.
record with this.
So,
I don't like Dylan Brooks.
here's
So
what happened.
we're
Obviously,
never
Jimmy
having
had
fun.
some-
I'm a
had
fierce
some words.
competitor.
He calls him a-
He's
he
a
calls
fierce
him a
competitor.
bitch. And he choked
But,
his ass and dropped him.
there ain't nothing
There's
fun
more
about that.
scuffling throughout the game, but this was the one that kind of was the highlight of it all.
They should have gave Jimmy a double tech. Bitch.
He put his hands around a grown man's throat.
Yeah, man.
On national TV. What are you doing, bro? Suspend his ass again.
For the year.
I mean, there's some other shit. I don't have the note here for them to display, but there's also the Draymond Green
Yeah, with the leg.
with the whole leg. He hit what's his face?
Steph Curry and shit. You see that?
Well, okay, we'll back up.
He
So
bullied
then,
Steph Curry for the ball.
so
Then
okay, yeah.
Draymond
So
ran
Steph
over
Curry went to the ground to get the ball.
Yeah.
Got a foul because of a push from Dylan Brooks. And Steph Curry comes out and says
Pointed
two,
at it,
mentioning that this is your second foul. Dylan Brooks said, "Oh, you talking to me? Let me get that ball." And Draymond's like, "You better back the fuck up.
Yeah, for
You ain't
sure.
don't do that." And then Draymond got the tech. Cool.
No, all three of them
All
got
three of
touched.
them.
All three got tech. Sorry, all three
All
got
three of
tech.
them got it. Yep.
I think 2 minutes later, Draymond Green dived or like.
I loved it.
He got the ball taken away from one of the I don't know who it was, Eamon Thompson or one of the guys from
It
Houston.
was
The number
I think it starts with an E.
the sixth man. What's his
Eason.
name?
yeah,
Eason. It was Eason.
Yeah.
Eason takes the ball away from Draymond, dives for the ball, kind of misses it. Draymond dives for the ball too, but then kind of hurdles over him where like his legs, stupid fucking legs, land on the back of his head. Obviously, he's like upset. So he's like, "Get the fuck off of me!" Draymond grabs his jersey and he's like, "Don't do that."
Nah, he was trying to get up. I'm not about to take this Draymond Green slander. All
Man,
right?
fuck that! You trying
He
to
didn't
get,
do
how you
nothing
gonna-
wrong.
Who are you to grab my jersey and try to get you up?
I'm
Take
trying to
something
get
stupid.
up. You pushing me. I'm trying to get up. Bro, I saw a legendary stat
I don't want to hear that
for
shit.
Draymond last night. Five personal fouls, one technical, one flagrant foul, and the game-winning stop. Come on, man. Defensive player of the year. Oh man, the guy's one of the best.
Man, fuck Draymond.
I will say this. For the love of God, can we get 7 games out of this series?
I would like to.
This is fucking entertaining.
It is.
No,
bro.
I would like to.
This is basketball.
Yeah.
And while I'm on this subject, I just want to. Can I get a? Let me get a 1v1. Cat. I used to call you Carl, asshole, Towns, whatever. You know, I just want to say I apologize. You're growing on me, buddy. You are growing on me. Cat in New York is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's balling.
He's playing big boy basketball.
He's balling.
He left. He no more tighty whities. My boy's wearing
Are your
big
phone?
boy draws. I don't fucking know. Who the fuck is this? One of my employees.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I can't turn the phone on.
Turn that shit on silent. The fuck?
DPS calls. I cannot fuck with it. Anyways, back to my rant. Karl Anthony Towns
He's a grown man.
is a grown motherfucker.
He graduated?
He been balling.
I don't know what he's eating down there in New York. Maybe he's having rat salad because there's so much fucking rats down in New York. But this guy is doing his thing.
For sure.
And that series is saving basketball right now. That is old 90s basketball.
Yeah, I like that.
You attest to that, right?
It's
I
phenomenal
love
series.
that series.
That series, I think it has a really good shot to go. If you really look at it, Houston's been in every game, pretty much. They had a great chance to win that game last night. It's just they're young. I mean, they got a bunch of 23, 22-year-olds, 21-year-olds.
Tough.
Yeah, they do.
You know, they're a
gonna be
good
tough.
basketball team, and
They're gonna be tough for years to come.
they got just some inexperience. So
Yeah,
you
for
can
sure.
definitely tell the Warriors are executing better in the last couple minutes, and that's really been the difference in the games.
True. That's true.
So
I don't know. You think that series better than the Clippers and
that Clippers Nuggets series is
Yeah,
one hell of a
yeah.
series.
Yeah.
We got 3 good ass series right
that
now.
series is pure basketball.
It is, bro.
That's
It is.
pure basketball.
Yeah, it is.
I'm talking
It
about
is.
I like crash out basketball. I like, what was the game when we played the 3-on-3?
NBA Jam.
Oh my god.
You push a motherfucker.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
He's
Clippers.
heating up.
Yes.
And all that other shit.
If you're a real basketball head, the Clippers versus the
Nuggets.
Denver is the purest form of good basketball.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
And there's a little scuffle there too. There's
Yeah, but I don't know if those guys are gonna actually fight.
No one's going to fight right
Draymond
now.
will swing on a nigga.
No, he won't.
As we
What?
saw.
Not in the playoffs, bro. He's smart.
Yeah,
he gonna
he's
try to
smart.
get you
Yeah,
to swing
he
on
gonna-
him.
yeah,
Nobody's swinging on nobody,
Nobody's
but
swinging on
you
nobody
can
right
feel
now.
the tension. on like 3 of these series.
The only person who will swing on anybody is Stewart.
It's Stewart.
And
Oh.
he's hurt. He's hurt.
He's hurt. Yeah,
He's
you're
hurt.
right.
He's hurt.
He
And
might
I
run
don't-
off the bench and pop somebody.
And I don't
Level somebody.
actually think Stewart will actually throw a blow.
Yes, I do.
I think if it's gonna be one of those twins.
Here's
Alvin Thompson.
The other
Thompson.
one, because they're
Morris?
both on both crash out teams right now.
Thompson
Morris.
and them?
Yes, because I think they
Morris?
Morris
for
twins.
you to swing, you
yeah.
gotta really be invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
you let your emotions take off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
true. I don't know.
No, listen. Their scuffles and the Knicks and the Pistons, love it. Clippers, by the way, I'm a Clipper fan for the guys. I know you guys don't know. Clippers and Nuggets. I didn't think it was. I know it was gonna be good, but this is box office. I would pay money. I mean, I'm already paying stream money, but I would pay extra money
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But and then on top, and then the last, of course, we have the Rockets and Warriors, which I honestly didn't think was gonna be this entertaining. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like I knew Dylan Brooks. You know,
You didn't
everybody
think that
has.
was gonna be entertaining?
I thought. Look, I told you right day before playoffs. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a 4. It's 4-0.
You said go. No, you said Golden State in 5, didn't you?
No, I said Golden
I
State.
said
I said Golden State is gonna
Me and
sweep
you
the
said
motherfucking
Golden
Rockets.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said because I felt like the Golden State finessed their way into the playoffs, purposely losing against the Clippers to get the 7th spot to purposely play against Houston, so they didn't have to play the Nuggets and leave the Clippers go do that. Because that was literally the last game of the season, right? To fight for that. So I was just like, yo, because they knew that they would have a better chance beating the Rockets than they were the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I love the way it's been aligned. Nonetheless, the drama is awesome, and I can't wait to see more of it. Now, the thing is that I don't know if we'll get 7 games on the Rockets and Golden State. I think.
Hey, did you see when Draymond Green told Jalen Green, "Hey, you a bitch, go paint your nails." And did all that shit. Hey, go paint your nails.
Yeah,
Like this shit is blockbuster, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
and they're doing these mind games because they know it fucks with them. Because
Yeah,
they know
they're young. They're young.
Then he came out and had 8 points the
Yeah,
next game. Like,
that's a veteran move.
That's a vet
That's
move.
all veteran move. Even Steph Curry's getting into these young kids' heads, like, hey, you know,
got
he's
to.
taunting a little
You
bit.
got to.
Yeah, he
You know,
is. He
and
out
that's
there dancing. And
yeah,
shit, you know, all
it's
that.
all part of the game. And these young kids are eating it up, and we're just like,
yeah.
you know. So,
for
it's
sure.
just I like the spectacle. I love the narrative, and I love the way it's carrying itself out. But
Yeah, I will say this: the Clippers series, the difference in that series is coaching.
for sure.
I think Ty Lue's putting that new guy in the blender.
Oh man,
So Denver has to sit there and
Jokic is coaching the game.
He's trying.
Jokic is the coach. Like there's like a part in the I think
Where
it was the
he
third
subbed-
quarter.
he's like, sub somebody,
He's
he's like, get
subbing.
out.
He's subbing
He's like,
people.
get the fuck
for-
out.
he's
Get
like-
the fuck out.
I was like, yo, where's the
He
coach?
did
here?
really?
Yes.
No way.
There's a point
I
in the
missed that
game.
part.
There's a point in the game where like Kawhi's about to shoot some fucking free throws. He's like, I need you to come in, you come out, and that's what happened.
Oh wow.
And
So
I think if they didn't fire Mike, what was Coach Malone?
Malone, yeah.
Jeez.
Coach, what they need now is they need Coach Malone. I hate to say it.
Yeah, they do.
100%.
We said that was going to be their downfall.
That was gonna be their downfall.
That was going to be
And
their
you
Nuggets
see, because
downfall.
Tyronn Lue is putting those guys in the blender right
Yeah,
now.
he
Man.
is.
Man. Oh my God.
Cooking.
Kawhi is fucking
Yeah.
cooking too, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my
I mean,
God.
Which brings me to
man.
the last slide. Here is the landscape of the playoffs as of this morning, gentlemen. OKC, we didn't even talk about Memphis. OKC is fucking molly-whopping people.
Yeah,
Ain't
for
even
sure.
close.
For sure.
And it's as expected. And, of course, we have the Cavs. That's also expected. I mean, shit. Bucks is cooked. Knicks might pull away after today.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't
But
see it
I want to
happening.
see more of this. But I have a feeling that I don't want it to, but I have a feeling Knicks might take care of them tonight.
Who? They play tomorrow. Though.
Hell no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, today. Tomorrow.
It is today.
Boston got
yeah,
It's today.
all right,
It's today.
Tuesday.
Detroit got something for them
It
boys.
feel like a Monday.
Detroit got
Yeah, that's right. It is true. It's true.
Detroit
And then
got
obviously
something for the Knicks.
Boston.
Oh, for the
I don't
Knicks.
think they're
Okay.
going home.
Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Cancun on 3 for Orlando. I mean, you guys get your participation
They
points.
competed though. You got to
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
it
they
Orlando. They
did.
competed.
They did.
Orlando's solid. They got
They're
a solid
Cool.
squad.
They're cool. They're just
They're
they're going against
they're-
Boston.
It's not
They can't
Boston.
shoot.
They're a shooting guard away.
No,
Yeah.
they're 2 shooters away. I mean, the same thing they had last year, though. They played the Cavs 7 games in that first series and played them extremely tough. They can't shoot the ball. I mean,
And I don't
they
know
can't
why.
score.
I don't know.
for sure.
But you know it's crazy. They can't shoot, but they keep shooting that damn 3 ball.
Because everybody shoots the threes.
Halo
for
be
sure.
like 1 for 11.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
they
they
just
don't got-
locked down on defense.
Yep.
That's what it is.
They got a lot of size.
And they missing
Yeah, they got a lot
Suggs.
of
They're missing
size.
Suggs.
They missing Suggs.
That
bro.
leader,
Suggs
yeah.
is that missing
Suggs
piece
wouldn't
right
do
there.
shit. It'd still be 3-1.
No,
Yeah,
they'll still
yeah.
they'll
Nah,
still lose.
I think they would. I think they would be more competitive with Suggs for sure.
They'll still
Can't
lose.
put up points.
They
you
will
know,
still
they're-
lose, but
Suggs is
it'll
not
be a
adding
little
First
bit
of
more
all, let's
competitive.
be
Points
honest.
scored.
Here. Let's be honest.
Look.
Who the fuck is Suggs?
Relax.
He's a good player,
defender.
but
Hold on.
he's not
He's
making
a
that
defender,
big of a
bro.
difference.
He's like the Chris Paul. Like he knows how to maneuver the players
He
during
does,
in the
bro. He
game. Like
does,
in the game,
bro.
he's coaching in the fucking court. Like the guy knows.
Last year there was like second or third. The seed was.
It'll be a more competitive
This year it's
series.
like-
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Orlando could win. I'm not saying that. It'd
Will
be a little
be
bit more
more
entertaining.
competitive.
Look, without them, it's still like the Celtics are not blowing these boys out.
It would have been
No,
Celtics
they're
in
not.
6.
They're not. They should be blowing
Let's
these
be
boys
honest.
It would
out,
have
and
been
they're
Celtics
not.
in 6 instead of 5.
So participation to motherfucking Orlando Magic, but Cancun on 3.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Rockets and Golden
The
State.
Celtics are on cruise control. Let's
I'm
be
over-
honest here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Celtics-
resting people. Like,
Celtics
they're
are
chilling.
on motherfucking
They're not trying.
on cruise control for sure.
Okay.
Golden State and Rockets. Message to the Rockets. I'm Jalen Green. What the fuck is you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
You know what?
Bullshit.
You are just as bad as Damian Lillard. Right? Get the fuck out of there and put one of the people on the bench that
Yeah,
really
I
want to
wouldn't-
play
I wouldn't
and
go
put
that
up some
far.
fucking points.
Yeah, for sure.
The guy's not playing any defense. He's just trying to shoot. He's missing the shit. Get the fuck out of there.
He's just not that guy.
He's just not that guy.
Whoa.
Yeah,
No,
I think
he is that
I-
guy. He just got.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
fuck
he's
that.
that guy.
He's not that
He's
guy.
a good
You know what?
player.
He's my
He's
regular
good.
season guy.
But
You know,
he's not
he's the
your
equivalent
best
of
player
Kirk
on
So
the
hold
Cousins.
on. You motherfuckers just told me Jalen Suggs is a guy,
I didn't say
but Jalen Green isn't?
no.
Jalen Green is in a situation right now as a 23-year-old guy. He's trying to figure it out. Saying he's not a guy is fucking
No,
crazy.
he's not.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
let me read you the stats for the last 4 games.
Oh,
How about the
my
7
God.
games?
Go
Pull
ahead,
the
go ahead.
stats.
Read
Pull the
stats.
stats.
Make sure you don't miss that
Is this
38
this
point
is
game.
Oh
his
yeah,
first-
that one
is-
38-point
hey,
game.
That's the
He's
game they
scored
won.
less than fucking 10 points in the
That's
last
the game-
7 games.
that's the
How
game
many
they-
how
Fuck
many
outta here.
times has Jalen Green been in the playoffs?
This is his first one.
All right, cut the fucking guy some slack. They're trying.
I give him that, but he's just
And they're
not
going
your-
up against the team that's going to go to the finals. I guarantee Golden State's going to the finals.
They're gonna.
I don't.
Going to the
I'm not
finals,
arguing
what,
with
Western
you.
Conference Finals.
They're going to the NBA finals.
Crazy work.
You'll see.
I'm not.
I'm not betting
I-
against that.
I'm not
I
betting
kinda
against that
agree with
either.
you to a certain extent.
I'm not betting against that.
I'm not betting against that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk shit, but I'm not betting against
I
that.
kind of agree with you to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I'm
All
not
right.
gonna bet against
Lakers and Timberwolves. These Timberwolves, these boys is putting them on him.
I ain't going to lie, they cooking.